What's going on, Grizz Nation? I'm Kelcey. This is Rob Fischer, and today is the day you said it feels like Christmas. The NBA schedule has been released. So, Rob, we talked about this. When you first look at that schedule, we look up and down. What's the first game that you look for?
MLK Day. I want to see who they're playing, what time they're playing, what channel it's going to be on. And it's because it's such a huge event in Memphis, and turns out Chicago Bulls are the team that'll be coming to town, and it's not the first time the Bulls and the Grizzlies have played on MLK Day, and it'll be at 2:30 on Monday, January 17th on TNT, so kind of kicking off the day, and I think that's a great spot, and it's the symposium and everything that surrounds that whole weekend. It's such a special event here in Memphis and for the Grizzlies, and they do it right every year. So that's the first one I always look at. What were you checking out?
All right, the first one that I wanted to look at was because this team was such a team that, they call themselves the Road Warriors. I want to look at that first road trip. That first game away this year is going to be against the Clippers. It's kind of in this weird 4-game away streak, 2 back-to-backs, starting with the Clippers, then the Lakers, then Portland, and then ending with the Warriors. And what I like about that is that it's a really good test for this team at the beginning of the year to kind of see where they are with some of the very top teams in the league.
I love it because when we're traveling again this year, hopefully, great food on that whole trip.
There we go.
That's a great food trip. Yeah, look forward to that. I think there are a couple of interesting things, a couple of interesting months. You mentioned the 4-game road trip, and that's the longest trip the Grizzlies have this season. 3 4-game road trips for the Grizzlies. They also have 3 4-game homestands on the season as well. I look at 2 of the months, one being in November. The Grizzlies are going to be home a lot. 10 home games in the month of November, just 5 games on the road, including a weird 2-game series with the Denver Nuggets, with both games being here in Memphis with a day in between the 2 games. So that's kind of a little quirk in the schedule. Also, the first time that we'll see Jonas Valanciunas and the New Orleans Pelicans. That'll be on the road in New Orleans on November the 13th. And the other month I look at was February. February is an interesting one. Not home a lot in February. Only 3 home games for the Grizzlies. They have 7 road games in the month. Of course, the All-Star break is in there as well. They start with 6 of 7 and 8 of 10 on the road. So tough stretch there for the Grizzlies.
All right, and while we're at it, because you kind of broke down the entire schedule there, we got TV games.
Yes.
Let's talk about those national TV games. The guys will be on the big stage for how many games?
7 on ESPN and TNT, 2 on TNT, 5 on ESPN. 4 of those are at home, and 3 of those on the road. It's weird because the first 44 games of the season, the only national television game is that game in Portland on that first road trip that you were talking about. And then in the next 33 games, or 29 games. In the next 29 games, there are 6 that are on national television. So second half of the season, you'll get your fill of the Grizzlies on national TV.
All right, now for everyone at home, I'm going to give you a few games that maybe you're like, I want to buy some tickets. I got to look at these ones. So you talked about the first time we will see Jonas Valanciunas in a Pelicans jersey. That was away.
Yep.
Or Pelicans. Yeah, New Orleans.
Yeah,
wow, I'm losing my mind. We're going to see him at home, though. The first time will be March 8th. And I know it's a very, very long time away, but we're going to see him March 8th right here in FedEx Forum. And of course, who comes with Jonas Valanciunas is Zion Williams. So we're going to see both of those guys here March 8th. If you rewind before that, January 28th against Utah. There's so many storylines here. Not only is it going to be the rematch of the playoffs, it's also going to get Mike Conley back. I know it's not the first time he's back in FedEx Forum, but Grizzlies fans love to see him here.
And first time, hopefully, with a lot more fans to welcome Mike Conley back. And it's the only visit Utah has in Memphis this year, so got to check that one out for sure.
All right, so that is what we have to look forward to in the schedule. Guys, go check it out. You can get your tickets at 888-HOOP or Grizzlies.com.